Now for this next step, we shall look at how to make um, patch and delete requests. So I shall look at how to respond to the patch and the delete request. So as always, it's the app dot, then either patch or delete. So we'll start with patch. So of course the endpoint is still students. Don't forget the leading slash, otherwise you have a lot of trouble. So of course we'll accept the admission number, and then of course it will be partial update student. Then of course we will accept the admission number, which is an integer, and yeah, it will respond with the student schema as a response. Then of course to patch we need to first of all get that student. So student will be equal to session dot query, then we query the student dot filter. Of course we're going to filter by, I like adding filter by, really two variables to include the model together with the types. Then admission number, then admission hyphen number again, then we get the first. Then for the rest of this it will look like this, but with only one slight difference. There's only one says this, more or less the same. If the student doesn't exist, we reply with the for. Of course we had forgotten our payload, so our payload will be, of course its format is student schema, so that is its schema. But of course there is just one slight problem. This one payload won't be the student schema because others have to be optional, so we'll have to create a new one. When we send information with this schema, of course we have to add all of them, but for the patch we will not add all of them, so we'll have to create a new student schema with some optional fields. So I'll copy this, then student update schema, then that will be on payload, and then of course we need optional from the typing module, so I'll add optional here. It has to be capital O, because of course this will represent the optional. This will represent the optional field. So with patch, of course, we'll be updating some and not updating some. So I'll make this one optional. And to work faster, let me just copy all this str also. Then of course that is also optional. This is also optional. So currently we have a new schema for updating because we may supply this and this and leave the others out. So for this schema we have to supply them, but when you add optional here it means we're not going to supply, and that's why there's the difference between the schemas. So to reply, we just reply with the updated student schema because we want an updated student schema. So as much as we take an update schema, we reply with an updated schema. Then there is also one thing again. Here we'll add exclude underscore and set equals true, so that those that are none, those that are not set are not included. And that is it. So let us confirm. So now we want to do a patch request. So we can get rid of this. So George has been become a year older. So this one here. So John, after turning 25, that changes last name to Richard. Some strange reason. He knows better. And of course, I think he was now 69. So now we'll access the student with the ID of 69, and then now notice it has changed. Age 25 and Richard. So if I come and confirm, Now we have this last name being Richard. So let us update the one with number 10. The name looks funny. This is Calitin. Let's call this Catherine. I don't know what Calitin is, whatever that means. So we'll change the first name to Catherine. That was all we needed. So we send, then now it's updated. So now if we reload, now we have Catherine. So that is how you simply make a patch request. The delete request, of course, it's at app dot delete. Then of course we'll add the endpoints, which is students. Then we need the admission number of the student we want to delete. Then of course this will be delete hyphen student, then the admission number, which is an integer. Then we will respond with none. Don't have to return anything significant for deleting. So what we'll simply do is query our database session dot query. Then you want to query the student. Then you want to filter. Let's go by admission hyphen number, where it's equal to that admission number. Then dot delete. For deleting, you simply return student as the student with the ID, that admission number being successfully deleted. I think that is okay. Of course, we need the nullable values. If it is none, so I'll not delete this. I'll store this in a variable. So I'll make this student to be equal to that. Then we confirm. So if student, if not student, then we'll reply with, we'll raise an exception. HTTP exception student status code first of all, for search a student, was the detail status code will be search students does not exist in our database. We can't even spell our, really. Such a student does not exist in our database. That is okay. And of course, if the student exists, then we'll have session dot delete. Then of course we want to delete this particular student, and then session dot commit. That is enough. So now let us, so let's determine whom to delete. So I think there was a student who was called a new student. Let's delete 67. So change this to delete and then pass the key. Then also have an error, so let us confirm where the error will be. Of course, I missed the first, so trying to do what is not doable. Send again. Student ID 67 has been deleted successfully. If I try to delete again, such a student doesn't exist. So let us delete one more. Let's delete which one? 69. So pass 69 here and send the request. deleted successfully. Once deleted, that is not doesn't exist where in the database. So that is it. Instead of passing raw information like this, I think we should pass a message. So then of course let's run this again. Let's delete 11. And I just select people that whose names look funny. Then we send has been deleted. Yeah, that looks better. Then you try to delete again. Does not exist. So that was full CRUD. So you can follow within the other series, the other videos to confirm how to do get, post, put, and of course for this one there's also the patch and the delete. So that's how to do full CRUD with fastapi. Thank you for your time. See you in the next one.